It's time for the Showtime and Timberwolves Show with your hosts Paladino Joey and the People's Champ Vince Germano.
I wouldn't put anything past us, and that's the goal, is to get to the finals and win it.
Hello again, Lakers and Timberwolves fans. It is the Showtime and Timberwolves Show. I am your host, Paladino Joey, and with me, once again, the People's Champ, Vince Germano. Welcome aboard.
Good to be back, Joey, and once again, I'm joined by a nice cold frothy.
Yes, me too. What's the name of yours?
I am, as I take a swig, I am drinking a Carlton Draft.
Cotton Draft?
Carlton Draft.
Oh, yes, Carlton Draft. Yep, I remember when you showed me that image and I looked it up on the Beer Advocate. Yes, sir. Yes.
What are you swigging over there, mate?
I would like to introduce, now, it's been around since 2012, but it's something the can is priceless. If you like 8-bit video games, it is the coolest thing in the world because the name of this beer by Tallgrass is called 8-bit. It is called 8-bit. And I would love to advertise for this one particular beer if the Tallgrass would be willing to work with us. I would happily do it. It is a wonderful pale ale. Pac-Man is even licking his chops right now on the can. So it is the coolest thing in the world.
Any danger of six-pack coming my way, buddy?
They're actually 4-pack, 16 ounces, but maybe, yes.
Even better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the little bit bigger ones. That's pretty cool. Just like Sturley around here. That's a really well-known one, yes. So, are we ready to dive into what we're all about? It's the Showtime and Timberwolves show. Well, with the Lakers right now, you got Nash's nerve situation. What the heck is going on there? Sounds like an old car.
Well, he's a pretty old car. Look, if you haven't been living under a rock lately, you might have seen the people out there might have seen the little. I think it was Grantland did the little doco on him that they spruiked a bit. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
We check it out. It's on Grantland. I think good buddy Hank might have posted it as well. But it's really sad actually. It just Steve talks about. He's just talking about how every day it's the same thing, and he's trying to rehab, and then he's got doubts, and he talks about how he was never the most explosive player anyway. And people are saying that you've lost explosiveness, and he's like, well, to him that doesn't really make sense, I guess. And he knows he can still produce it. It's just his body just won't allow it, which is unfortunate. But my biggest thing that annoyed me was like a week before he came back, he was moving furniture in his home.
What?
And why is he moving furniture when you've got a nerve issue in your back? Yeah. Apparently he tweaked it.
What the? Really? I mean, that's like... really? That stuns me just a little bit. It's like, okay, I got this big championship boxing match. Okay, now I know that's not this big playoff run they're in right now or anything just yet, but just imagining if they were at this point, like, say it's May or something, and you just start moving furniture to literally, like, aggravate the problem? All right, then. That would piss me off too.
Yeah, I was pissed. The first thing I said to myself was, why? Just why would you move it's sure the guy earns enough to pay someone to do that. Surely.
You would think so. I mean, these guys make so much money; it's unbelievable when you consider. Let's just say a CEO of a certain company that I work for made like $10 million last year. It's like, okay, that's a lot of money, but like I mean, there's a lot of NBA players that make a lot more than that. So it's like, think about it. Think about how well paid these guys are.
Yeah, look, but one thing I did see from Steve Nash on his comeback, and it's hard to disagree with him when his body's right and he's moving free.
Yeah, yeah.
He can still get the job done. I'm not saying he's an 18 a night point guard anymore, but
Nope.
12 points a night and 7, 8, 9 assists. He's still a dead-eye dick when he puts the ball up.
Yeah, he does have. I mean, when he's healthy, he still shows the flashes of what he can do out there. It's pretty impressive, actually. But then it's kind of like Percy Harvin on the Vikings years ago, where, well, obviously he's still, the same issues. But I mean, it's like really good, and then the next day out. It's like, oh, okay, it's just kind of a day-to-day thing.
Well, another thing, I don't think he should have played the next because he came back against you guys against the Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And he played against Philly, tweaked it, and then they said, "Oh, hopefully it'll settle." He's hoping it'll settle down in the morning, and he'll play the next night. No, don't play the next night.
It's kind of sad how that is too. Where it's like if it's back to back, you just can't put him in there, and that's what stage he's at right now.
Well, that's it.
Or what?
He said on this little doco that he wants to get back to moving like a kid again, like he used to. And when he gets it right, he still feels that way.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he totally understands end of the season. The Lakers might have a 40-year-old point guard on their roster that they might need to get rid of, and he totally understands it. But if I'm him, I'm shutting it. I don't know how you feel about it, but if I'm him, I'm shutting it down for the rest of the way to give myself the best chance to come back healthy next season and just go for one last season.
That's about where I would be because they're not mathematically eliminated like we always like to say, but they're not going to make it. And just like I don't really feel good about Timberwolves' chances of making it either. And it's like when you're in that situation, you kind of have to. Yeah, it's time to step aside for a bit. Let it heal, hope for the best, and if it doesn't work out next year either, well, all right then. But one way or another, there's a good chance the Lakers add somebody somehow, some way, and obviously, adding from within a guy by the name of Kobe, Kobe is going to eventually come back healthy. Hopefully he will stay healthy this time for his sake and for your sake, but that's the hope that they both come back healthy and ready to play again. And if it's all on next year, I think at this point, because this year it's just unfortunately a lot like last year's Timberwolves team. It's over kind of type of thing.
Well, even if he comes back and plays that John Paxson style role, BJ Armstrong style role, where he doesn't, you don't want him driving to the basket, but get open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still could be the catch and shoot. That's the side of basketball that can keep you in the game into your, well, obviously if you're a pickup basketball player, well into your 40s, an NBA player at least to your 40s, I guess we'll say. I mean, Terry Porter's career extended quite a bit when he became a spot-up shooter. Guys like that, as they get older, obviously Ray Allen's become that for the most part, and such. So Steve Nash obviously can shoot the rock, and he's been able to do that since his days at Dallas. So that should be able to extend it at least for one more year, and who knows?
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see how that scenario plays out. So, look. Probably in closing, he's just, he's going to put the work in. We'll just see if the body responds.
And that's the hope. That is the hope. It's all a matter of time and figuring out what's left. Yeah, so I hear you there. Magic Johnson looking to help the Lakers land free agents. For some reason, it sounds like that's not exactly news, but is it?
It's news to me because you might have to fill me in, mate, because I haven't heard that one. It's
more or less he just kind of wants to help out, try to recruit free agents. He's he's like I guess he's an unpaid vice president of like operations in there in the players side of things. I suppose he doesn't need to be paid. I guess he sold his stake in 2010, I believe. So I guess he just wants to help. I'm sure seeing the franchise actually not winning, which is quite strange. So he'd like to get them back on the winning track. Be it a Carmelo, or I wouldn't recommend that personally, but but be it somebody of that ilk. Obviously high end, hopefully not 42, but we'll see. Oh,
look, yeah. Well, we'll leave that one alone, shall we?
At least for now, right?
For now, yep.
Oh, I mean, who knows? I mean, I suppose he could help. I mean, supposedly he was all about, I guess, I don't know, Mr. Forecaster always would talk about Magic Johnson was all beefing up LeBron's image when he was still in high school. Like how Magic Johnson was kind of like that major high school phenom back in his day. Magic kind of turned LeBron into a modern day Magic, I suppose, of like everybody has to watch this high school phenom. So who knows? Maybe Magic could try to land the ultimate free agent.
Well, you know what? If you're a big time free agent and Magic Johnson wants to meet with you, have dinner, whatever, the respect that he's got, you're probably going to sit down and listen to what he's got to say.
Yeah, at least have a conversation. If it's for the best, it's for the best. I personally think LeBron would stay in Miami, not because he wouldn't like the glitter of LA, but it seems like that's the right place for him right now. But you never know. Stranger things have happened, that's for sure.
Yep. Well, I like I've said before, I reckon we're going to have another season that's similar to this one next season, and just because we're just waiting, we know who we want. I think it's just my humble opinion. I think we're going to throw some money at Greg Monroe.
Oh, okay, all right.
My other illustrious co-host thinks that we might throw a ton of money at Lance Stevenson.
Oh, really? That's a new one for me. I heard a little bit about Monroe on your on the great court side there, but Lance Stevenson. Oh yeah, I guess I heard a little bit about it, but not so much though.
Yeah, well, I could handle Lance. He's I like him. Audley's cousin, should we say? Mm-hmm. He's not really.
Audley's cousin. Yeah. That's our buddy over there, theoddman.com. Yes.
But yeah, look! If we can land, if anyone can get someone to sign in LA, it's certainly Magic. He's probably got more chance than Jim Buss at this stage.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it seemed like it's just nothing but disaster ever since.
But in saying that, Jim Buss, I've said this before. Jim Buss did have Chris Paul. He's not afraid to make trades like and go after and pay guys like.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is true.
He had that deal done. Like,
yes.
And then David Stern didn't like it, but that's over and done with. But you're a bit worried about Kevin Love getting banged up, mate.
Yeah, that is as we switch over to the Wolves here for the time being. Yes, it seems like every game it's like he's laying on the floor holding something. He's holding his elbow because of massive contact, holding his knee. That was a little scary, but luckily the second one was just more of like he just kind of banged his knee against another guy. Obviously, over the course of last week, he just fell flat on his neck and tailbone at the same time. That didn't look good. It's like, it's just weird seeing it. It's like all the time. I can't even imagine how frustrating it must be.
I watched you guys play who did you play on last night? What was it? Your Wednesday night, which was our Thursday.
Yes. He's the Doc Brown over there. Vince has the DeLorean right now. He's borrowing it. He's going to bring it back for me in a little while, so I can get back to the future. But yeah, all right.
Yeah, I've got to fix the flux capacitor.
The flux capacitor. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like now you got to. Oh man, don't you hate when that fuel line gets torn? Oh man.
We've got the Mr. Fusion on the back now, so it takes rubbish now instead of nuclear power. So uranium. So.
Oh my God! You realize how close we are to that year? Oh my God, that year!
Yeah.
when it took rubbish instead of Was it plutonium? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's it. I said uranium. Yeah, yeah.
Might as well be. It's like that's the other terrorist thing that they seem to want to acquire. But
This podcast has gone way off track.
sorry. I had to. Oh, pardon me. That was naughty,
Um,
wasn't I? I'm sorry. But yeah, we played the Denver Nuggets, 117-90. It was about as entertaining as getting blown out, but at least we were on the positive side of it this time around. The Polar Wolves, the Polar Vortex, I guess. They were the North Pole this time. It seems like they're the South Pole against whenever we play against like Portland or something, but a very easy game. What were you going to say about Love in this one?
uh, yeah, I was watching. He had his legs just wrapped in these black compression sleeves, I guess.
Yeah,
I just hate it when I see him in that sort of stuff because I wonder if his legs are hurting or. I just hate seeing that on Kevin Love because the first thought that popped into my mind was, is he going to wear that stuff when he plays for the Lakers?
whoa, look at you. Wants to wear the gold. I guess that would look kind of odd, wouldn't it? Look like Santa's helper or something. I don't know. That's kind of what it looks like, isn't it?
It does a little. I'll tell you what. It's you know what? He should just wear knee pads.
Yeah. What the heck? I mean, yes, but yeah, seriously. I mean, yeah, it was quite odd to look at. I'm guessing it's because of that bruise, obviously, when he banged into. I believe that was in the New Orleans game.
Well, the other reason why I wanted to wear knee pads is like you can do an ACL banging knee on knee.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Rubio.
Exactly right. And Kobe
uh,
assassinated Rubio's knee.
mm.
Yeah, you know. Oh man, I couldn't handle it if Kevin Love went down.
That would be a nightmare. Yeah, because you're like, yeah, that's our free agent. Come on, bring him over.
We have to wait 2 years before he can play for us.
No, we don't need that. We don't need him. We don't need to have any injury baggage as he comes over here. We want him healthy.
Yep.
And of course, I'm the Minnesotan, and Vince is the LA guy, which I'm sure. But that's in case there's some new listeners, and I sure hope there are. Damn it!
Of
But
course it is, damn it. We've got free beer and hoops talk. How could there not be?
especially when what's yours called again? Carlton.
Carlton draft. Yep.
Carlton draft, and you got 8-bit. Oh, just the just the just for the can alone. Google 8-bit, folks. That's all I got to say. Google it.
It's
It's a beautiful thing.
yeah. The can is worth a Google. Let me tell you.
It is.
But look, yeah. Kevin Love's still being pretty durable.
Yeah, he keeps getting back up and back out there again. He only missed like a game, so with the sore neck deal,
Yep.
good stuff. Unlike Mr. Kevin Martin with the broken thumb, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
mm,
But,
it's
you
just
know, yeah, your man there, what's his name? The Brew Crew, Corey
yeah.
Brewer, he stepped up.
He had a good game against Denver. 5 steals, wide receiver. He's back on the field again, getting his 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kind of looking like I can't say he's like Megatron. He's put on a couple of muscles for that one, but no, not quite Kelvin Johnson style. More like I don't even know.
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice, I suppose. I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that, buddy. Hang on a
Oh
sec.
yes, oh yes. Oh, no doubt.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh, it is. It is. Yeah, I mean the Denver game. Yeah, of course, that was just kind of it wasn't exciting, but at least we're on the positive side in general. Lakers on a couple of. Well, you were on. I wanted to say you're on the positive side of something, but what the heck happened in that Utah game? Oh, jeez. At least you blew out the
Yeah,
Sixers, but sorry.
yeah, no, well, mate, it's just you're used to it now. I'm used to it.
And look at those guys loving on Trey Burke. What the loving on Trey Burke and hating on Rubio?
Yeah, well, have you noticed? They hate on Rubio, but then you notice Trey Burke comes back to play, and Gordon Hayward plays like absolute shizen.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Yep.
any chance Burke can get people involved?
I think you'd hope he can, but
That's where Rubio's got him covered. Trey Burke might have the jump shot, but Rubio's got him covered.
yeah. I mean, and the funny part, yeah. I mean, yeah. Rubio's a. I think, yeah. I mean, obviously Rubio's a better leader of an offense. I got to think than Trey Burke. Burke, well, it's kind of like a not so fast type of thing on the offensive side. Even I mean, he's kind of in and out still, obviously. Oh boy, I don't know what to. I don't even know where to go with Trey Burke. He's up and down, isn't he? I suppose it's the old rookie thing.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say the same thing. It's just that old rookie thing. But I think when it's all said and done, I think Rubio's going to have. He's just going to be the better point guard. He is the better point guard. And yes, I do have a massive man crush on Rubes, but put that aside, I still think he's going to be the better point guard.
I don't. Oh yeah, and I don't blame you there because I mean the object of playing point guard is to run the offense. It's nice to, as oddly mentioned on the Timberwolves Explosion show, Oddly Stevenson was on Timberwolves Explosion. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Check it out, guys. That was a great show. That was great to get to know Audley. Knows his stuff, and he's just a great guy, Audley, isn't he?
He really is. I mean, it's just like the comfort zone is like, oh, okay, cool. It's like you're always nervous when you're first meeting a guy, and it's like, gosh, I want to do a show with him. Man, I never even had a conversation with him. Oh, he's pretty cool. you know?
Yeah, he's a podcasting veteran.
Yes, he is. He's like us, old school now, right?
Oh, mate, I'm still a rookie compared to you.
Yeah, I'm working closer. I dare mention this. I don't want to plug too much, but I mean, obviously, but I'm getting very close. When you combine all my show numbers together, episode numbers, I'm very close to number 400, which is pretty crazy. Perilously close. I still can't even believe that when I think about that. Oh, boy. But
you'll have to have a massive shindig when you get to 500.
500 would be awesome. Yep, that's probably about a year away. Yep.
Me and Hank might have to come over for that one.
That would be awesome. Oh, man. Live show on national television. No, yeah. Oh, man.
Have the frothies on ice, mate.
Little frothies and the little 8-bit and Carlton. Yes. Yes.
You can get Carlton Draft over there, can't you?
I haven't personally seen it, but probably somehow, some way.
Oh, no, you can definitely get Foster's. Ugh. Nobody drinks that here.
That's funny. It's like everybody's acting like, oh, that's the symbol of Australia. It's like, probably not, huh?
No. It was big. It was big when I was growing up. Like, my dad used to have it when he came home from work, and like, I'm talking like early 80s.
Yeah. Ooh, yes.
But nobody drinks it here now. Like, it's either VB, Carlton, or we go for the like Heineken's or Miller or Budweiser, stuff like that. Nobody drinks it. Nobody drinks it here.
Miller. Oh, I kind of look at Miller the way you might look at Foster's. Yeah, me personally. Of course, the Timberwolves are huge. Miller's a huge sponsor to the Wolves, but
we get Miller Chill here.
Oh, okay. The lime.
Yeah, and there was another one with like a splash of salt in it, which was I didn't like that one, but
I like just about anything with lime in it.
Yeah, no, not me. I don't mind the chill though. Chill's okay. But don't worry, when you come over here, mate, I'll get you. I'll get you pissed on a lot of beer.
Joey, no Miller for you. Oh man.
Well, you're not going to come to Australia and drink American beer, are you?
No, that would be unless it's 8-bit. But okay.
Well, you should come on your honeymoon, mate. I'll keep telling you.
It's one of these. Yeah, I mean, I wish. I gotta. This show needs a couple of advertisers first. If you know what I mean. That's a little hint.
Yeah. Anyone? We've got millions of downloads. So.
Oh yes. You got that LA market going for us. Yes. I do appreciate that. By the way, trust me.
Well, I always say, mate, Lakers equal ratings.
They should. They should. I mean, that was a fairly impressive battle against the OKC Thunder, though. They just last night on TNT.
Yeah, hung in there all the way. It's funny. Stu Benson messaged me on Facebook and said, we're not doing too bad. And I said to him, I'll just wait till Durant wakes up. And sure enough, wake up.
Oh my goodness, in a big way. Like I said recently, if he was a hockey player, he'd be getting hat tricks like every night. He'd be throwing hats on the ice every night.
You know, like I
It's
said to Hank,
unbelievable.
when he doesn't score 40, we're like, how come he didn't score 40? It's like we introduce it, we expect him to score 40 now. He's just on fire.
Oh, talk about jersey worthy. Uh-oh, copyright infringement.
He's special.
I mean, every time I hear the word jersey worthy, it's like Kevin Durant. I just like say it to myself. It's Kevin Durant. Shooting percentage, pretty crummy actually, but still 43 points. Made all of his free throws. I mean, I never like when somebody shoots double-digit threes and they make like 3 of them. It's like, okay, come on, slow down a little bit. But still,
they walked into Staples and weren't switched on. That's all it was.
pretty much, right? Yeah, like some of the best, like it seemed like always the best type of teams. That's what they do. They just turn the switch on.
Yep.
Miami. Uh-oh.
I mean, you can do it. You can do it against us and on that. But I mean, if they were playing Miami, they would have come in, game face on from the start.
Yeah, that's World War III. Those two.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Could be a rematch, but I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards Hoosierville, a little bit still in the East, if you can believe it or not.
I tend to agree. Yep.
Yep. The Hoosiers are coming. Yeah, I mean, that was a nice game, though. It was a nice game for the Lakers. Obviously, multiple players, of course, multiple, but 6 players in double digits. Wesley Johnson just continuing to be strong. Look at that, 42 minutes.
I have no problem with Wes Johnson this year. He's been a nice surprise packet. Still not worthy of a pick number 4 that you guys got him at, but
yeah, I'm still offended by that one.
And you should be. But look, I'm happy to keep him around for years to come if he's coming off the bench and giving us 8 points a night and breaking out for the odd 20 a night. He's done that a few times this year. He's busted into the high 20s.
Yeah, or playing 42 minutes as a starter against Kevin Durant. Shoot. Not bad.
Yeah, even Chris Kaman's just tapped into his inner Hakeem Olajuwon and just dropping big numbers.
He's doing very good. 19 and 10, 6 assists. I mean, because he is a good passer. Another extremely good passer has been Kendall Marshall. What the heck? Who's this guy again? No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mate, what a find. And didn't we need to find it? We needed to find him. We needed to just... he's got to stick around, doesn't he?
I would hope so. I mean, if you get a find like that, you have to keep him. I mean, talk about your inner Magic Johnson. My goodness. Nice trade for them. Obviously acquiring him from the Phoenix Suns for 13th pick.
No, we got him. We got him off the waiver. Well, he got waived by Washington.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was thinking trade. Pardon me, but what the hell were they thinking? I mean, sometimes it's like that where you just give up on somebody and in comes the free agent and
that's it.
And they blow up. I mean, Wesley Johnson was basically sent packing. I mean, we basically waived him because the only reason we traded him was to get cap space. That's all we wanted was cap space, just because his $4 million was taking up so much money. So, oh no! So we had to trade for nothing, so we could get Karolinko.
And how handy would Wes Johnson be off the bench for you guys right now?
Isn't that sad? I mean, it's so sad. And it's funny, we traded him also because I saw no use for him. And we traded Corey Brewer because we thought Wesley Johnson was going to have that role. It's just, it just gets weirder, doesn't it?
Well, a wise man out there once said that T-Wolves were run by chimps. So, you remember who that was? Mm-hmm. Yeah, our good buddy there, Hank McCoy. But
listen to that guy.
Stirring up the pot, mate. That's what he does. But how about, I saw Shabazz got, 12 minutes the other night?
Against the Nuggets? It's unbelievable, isn't it? No. Shabazz, yeah. Well, he got 6 minutes against the Nuggets in per se. 5 points off the bench. Well, obviously off the bench. Where else is he coming from anyway? I would love to see him start. I mean, because you never know. You never know with that son of a gun.
You know what? Why isn't Adelman? Rightio, Kevin Martin's out. Shabazz, here's your time. Let's see what you got, young fella.
I mean, what does Adelman have to lose? I just don't understand because what is he seeing? What is he seeing out of the current roster, the current situation that's giving them such a that's really giving them such a win now. Look, they're 3 games below 500, and that's after beating the Nuggets by 30 points. I mean,
And
really?
who started that game at the two guard?
Ugh, that
Was it?
guy, that guy. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding. Yeah, Chase Budinger, which I'm not really a fan. I don't see it.
aren't you? I
No,
like Chase. I like Chase.
really. No,
Yeah, I do.
I'm so. I mean, I can understand why you'd like him, but it just seems like he's always like, well, he'll get hurt and then he'll come back and it's just not the same. And it's like, okay, I guess we'll just wipe off this year off the slate. Okay, next year, here we go. Here he comes. Oh, he's hurt already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he has. But you're right. He has been hurt a bit, but he seems to be getting better with each game. Well, with body wise, hopefully.
Oh, he better be. Mm.
But Adelman knows what he's going to get from Brewer and Buttinger and Berea.
Yes. Oh, Berea. Oh.
And I honestly think Shabazz would respond if he gets put in the starting lineup. Just till Martin gets back.
Yeah, I mean, even in like an extended reserve role, finally he started looking pretty damn good against the Portland Trailblazers the other, like last week there. I mean, you know who I kept comparing him to, and I know I'm going to get laughed at for this, but it's just a small comparison. He's got a little Chuck in him, a little bit. Chuck, that Chuck.
Yep. Yeah. No, I don't.
He
I don't
does.
see that.
Huh?
I don't see that.
Oh, look at me. You know what it is? Okay. It's the way he kind of, I don't know. And I know it's kind of crazy. And I don't mean it like he's a future all-star or anything. And I know the part that I'm going to get ripped and I'm going to be the the bar fight of the week award right out of the gate. But it's the way he backs into people, the way he kind of powers in, I guess.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
what I see. That's about it. I mean, I'm not seeing the explosiveness and the 34-point games and all that stuff and the 17 rebounds and all that. I'm not seeing that.
Yep.
But it's the way he kind of powers in. I like that about him, I suppose. The way he kind of backs people into the lane.
Well, if you remember, I was pretty high on the Wolves getting Shabazz. I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that decision.
I do remember that. Yep.
I didn't think he'd be getting DNP coach's decision, so I thought he'd get minutes. I thought he could help the Wolves straight away. I could help, with the scoring off the bench. And being a rookie, he's not going to be super consistent all the time with minutes, but
Yep.
play him and develop him. That's all we're saying.
It's been an ongoing rant on Timberwolves explosion and on this show as well. It's why isn't he playing? And obviously, and I'm just waiting for the day, because obviously this past week there was, because I have the Watch ESPN app, or is it called? No, not we have that, but I'm in Sports Center now. It used to be just called Score Center for ESPN, where it'll give you updates. And then boom, Maurice Cheeks fired. Shock of the year. Okay, I'm glad that happened for the Detroit Pistons fans. I mean, why'd they hire him in the first place? I think Dumars should go with him. But I'm just waiting for the day. It's dun-dun-dun-dun. Rick Adelman fired as Timberwolves coach because there's no reason this team should be 3-4 games under 500. I mean,
No.
it's not the best roster in the world, but 3-4 games under.
Yeah, no, if anything, it should be 3, 4, 5 games above.
Yeah, I mean these lineups are irresponsible as far as I'm concerned. He's not doing a good job. He's just not. I mean, Berea playing whole fourth quarters. What is this?
Yeah, well, mate, we've seen it before. He's got history.
Yep, with the Warriors, with Pumpa's Warriors long ago in a galaxy far away. Yeah, it didn't
And the
work out.
Sacktown Kings, the Kings as well. They used to do it to Jason Williams. He used to throw him on the bench in the fourth quarter and play Bobby Jackson.
Yeah, in a way that was kind of good, I guess. I mean, Jackson was a great defensive player, but obviously Jason Williams had a lot of potential at the time being. He did let go of a certain forecaster brought this one up, and the Wolves let him go next. A certain wing player that had a very productive career later on. Do you know his name?
Man, so he was at Sacramento.
Yes. Yep.
Wing player.
He ended up coming to the Wolves the next year as a training camp invitee, and we quickly cut him, and then he wound up on an expansion team very soon after that.
Oh man! As soon as you say the name, I'm going to flip out.
Should I say it? Yeah. I better say it right away before the Gerald Wallace. Yeah, that guy.
Really?
Pretty good player, huh?
Not bad. Wow.
Gerald Wallace got no playing
Yeah.
time in
He,
Sacto.
yep. He buried him, didn't he?
And then Flip cut him after that, so it makes this look even worse. Flip, and Adelman. Flip and Adelman.
Oh, dear. Chimps are back. The chimps are running the asylum.
They are back. They are back. Oh, look at us. I'm already ripping the. Well, but then again, that's okay. That's what we're here to do, right? That's the name of the game.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're just having a chat and talking about what we see, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's the name of the game. If they can't take it, well, too bad, right?
Have another drink, I always say.
I'll drink to that. Oh yes. So basically, sums it up. I mean, the Wolves had the struggles continue. Nice game against Denver. Okay, after the All-Star break we go. All-Star game, not what I used to like years ago. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not something I would like sit and do podcasts about necessarily, like a whole show about. Maybe a little like a segment or something, but depending on how entertaining it was. I don't know. How do you feel about the All-Star game?
I can't watch it. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nowhere near where, I mean, back in the 90s, oh my goodness, it was so cool, wasn't it?
How about the one 95 in Minnesota, was it?
Yeah, that was 93, 94, and this will head towards the segment we are about to debut on this show because we're getting this show more into the organized range without being overly organized to bore you to death out there like other shows. But we're heading towards the Retro Wolf, and there was a certain Timberwolf that won the Slam Dunk title at that same event, or that same weekend, pardon me.
Oh, yes, I know who that was.
Yeah, the East Bay Funk. The East Bay Funk.
Isaiah Ryder.
That's the guy. Isaiah Ryder is my Retro Timberwolf of this week, or Retro Timberwolf. Mm-hmm.
That is a great pick.
Yeah, it's perfect timing, isn't it?
And won a ring.
He did, didn't he, with the Lakers? He's a Showtime and T-Wolf. He is one of the guys. Wesley Johnson's one. Yeah, he's a Showtime T-Wolf.
If we ever want a guest, we should try and get Isaiah Ryder on. He can talk about his time in the T-Wolves and talk about riding the pine. And actually, he wasn't too bad with us. He gave us nearly 8 points a game that year from memory. So
yeah, yep.
But end of the day, he's got a championship ring at home. So
yes, he does. And pointing to his nipple every time he hits a 3-pointer and dunking between his legs and frozen pipes in April. Yeah, frozen pipes in April. When we had frozen pipes here in this house, and this is the kind of house that it could happen, is in this place. Okay,
okay.
It was about 20 below.
Yep, that's
20 below. It's not 20 below in April, is it?
No.
So obviously there's a slight misinformation there from Mr. Ryder.
He had some other pipes. I'm tipping.
What's that?
So he had some other pipes, did he?
Yes, yep. He was very, very well known for that.
Yep.
Are you ready?
No, that's a good pick. I like that.
Yeah,
Big fan of Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose you want mine.
I do. You're Retro Laker, yes.
Well, this guy, and if Hank McCoy's listening, which I'm sure he will be, he probably knows which one. He probably knows which one. Mm-hmm. And it's the man with the funky glasses. And you know what? I love him. Kurt Rambis. And yes, I know he sucked as a coach at the T-Wolves, but
on both, yeah.
He did well for us when he coached, when he filled in for Rudy T. And mate, what was he? 3-time NBA champion. Wasn't flashy, wasn't the most skilled, but geez, you knew you were playing when you were playing on Kurt Rambis. He just worked his ass off and hustled and dived on the floor for loose balls and just one of my all-time favourite Lakers.
He was certainly something, wasn't he? Yep, obviously the victim of Mr. McHale too, but then again, I mean that's just part of that. That's just part of history, though. I mean, it's a cool part of basketball time that we miss, I suppose.
Yeah, look, just characters we don't get anymore, really, is it?
No, exactly. I mean, it's two ticky tack fouls, and then of course on the last play of the game you can do whatever you want. It seems like, but the rest of the game you can't touch anybody.
Yeah.
Last part of the game you could check the guy into the third row practically, and there's no foul.
Yeah, see, today a guy like Kurt Rambis, if he got drafted, late second round, or if he didn't get drafted at all, he'd go to the training camps, and I don't reckon he'd get a game today, even though he could contribute, I think, in today's game. He just his look, and just don't see anyone giving him a shot, Doesn't look like that. But no, he's a winner, 3-time champ, and in my mind, he's a Laker legend, so I love him.
Yeah, I mean, and why not? I mean, obviously, if they can give Greg Steamsma, if Greg Steamsma is worthy of an NBA spot, I mean,
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, so much parity in the league with the expansion, but I suppose it's been a while since the last one. But there's always good and there's bad in all these professional leagues out there. Do you have dare we debut another bit here as we wrap up segment number 1 and then head into the fan interaction? It is called, yeah. What do you like to call it? I'll let you debut it. Pardon me.
We like to call it the bar fight, and it's anything that annoys us about our team, or anyone that annoyed us about our team this week, or just anything that we didn't like that happened. So I guess I'll give you mine. I once again will give. I would love to look. Would love to get a beer bottle and just donk him over the head with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Mike D'Antoni for only now discovering that Chris Kaman is on his roster.
Really?
Well, I mean, he's only just started playing him extended minutes, and Kaman's responded beautifully. I mean, he was there all year.
Yeah, he was.
Next to Gasol, but no. Start Sacre and whoever else. Brian Kelly, for God's sake. Kelly.
Sacre Blue, basically, right?
Well, look, Sacre's just a backup, but
yeah,
can't tell D'Antoni that.
Yeah, that kind of stuff could just drive you nuts. I was wondering where the heck Kaman was all this time, too.
Look, when we got him, I thought, you know what, we're going to be competitive. Him and Gasol up front, we're going to be competitive at least. And then D'Antoni stuffs everything up. So
imagine that, yeah.
Imagine that. Yeah. That winner that he is.
So
who would you like to throw a bar stool at?
I would like to throw a bar stool at the guy that likes to have people sit on the bar stool for very, very extended periods of time. Similar reasons that you may feel about D'Antoni. I keep trying to say D'Antoni, which is really a completely inaccurate way to pronounce it. But yeah, I mean, he likes to have people ride the pine, and D'Antoni liked to have Kaman ride the pine. We discovered that Shabazz Muhammad can give you 12 points off the bench in like 12 minutes or something against a fairly good team. So then we just sit him right back down. Yeah, the hell with that. Let's just put old meniscus out there. I don't know. Redheaded stepchild. Okay, that was really mean, but I shouldn't have said that. I don't know. Edit that out, Joe. Right? No.
Well, he's not coming on the show.
I shouldn't have said that. I'm just kidding, Chase. I'm just kidding. Stay healthy, Chase. Stay healthy. And when he is healthy, he looks good at times. But I would like to see Shabazz Muhammad play a little bit more. Not that I think he's the second coming. Gorgie Dieng could be the second coming of a nice shot blocking center. That obviously he doesn't play at all. Really appreciate what Turiaf's been doing, but to the point, Rick Adelman is just frustrating as all hell. Barea playing whole fourth quarters, Barea playing half of the fourth quarter. Barea being able to do as much as he does. Come on, Rick, come on now. Here's a bar stool for you.
WWE style, just right across the back.
Yeah. Then he can do that. Jesus Christ! No, that's what he likes to say all the time. Rick, I really was excited when he got here. Gosh, so excited, and it's just the same old Minnesota luck.
Yep, you had every reason to be. I mean, he's been a great coach over the years, but just something not right in Minnesota with him.
It's just the wrong marriage, I suppose.
Yep.
That's where it is at this point in time. So those are some nude bits to debut. Possibly we'll bring in some sound effects and such later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're burning the midnight oil at this point in time. It's just one of those things. That's how it happens, and well, that's how a lot of my shows are actually. That's on me there, but ultimately, we're gonna put the wraps on this segment, and then we're gonna jump in with a little bit of fan interaction and such right after this. Too busy to sit in front of a computer? Simply search for and download Showtime and Timberwolves on iTunes for Apple devices. For Android, find us on the Double Twist app. And for Windows and BlackBerry, search for us in the store icon. And now, back to Paladino Joey and Vince Germano. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Showtime and T-Wolves. Follow us on Twitter at Showtime T-Wolves and at Finrock44. Don't forget to call into our phone lines at 209-736-7877. That's 209-736-7877. Now back to Paladino and Vinrock. And we are back on the Showtime and T-Wolves show. Time for a little fan interaction. So we will jump right into the Facebook page. Got a little bit on here, which is always fantastic. Really appreciate you guys. Well, we'll start off with Hank McCoy asking you a question there, Vince. He says, who would you draft for the Lakers next season?
Oh, easily. I want Jabari Parker or Julius Randle.
Julius Randle over Wiggins?
Yep.
Ooh.
Absolutely. I'm not. I think Wiggins is going to be a very good player, but I just like. I'd like to get a. From what I've seen of Parker and Randall, I want those two. Either one of those two would be really nice.
Yeah, I would think Parker. I mean, obviously the centers. It seems like I don't know. I have this. I have this. What do they call that word? Complex against like drafting centers number one, unless it's like the most obvious thing in the world. I mean, it's just so many busts. Oh.
There is.
Joel Embiid is the guy I'm leaning towards with the Kansas on that one.
Yep.
Nothing personal, obviously. Maybe he'll go on to be great, but it's just, I don't know. You got Odin with the injuries. You got Olowokandi. I don't even want to. I can't even go there ever again without being depressed.
Olowokandi.
A stiff. Yep.
But yeah, no. Look, I think Parker and Randall I've seen a lot of their games this year, thanks to Pumper getting me on there. But yeah, I love what I see. They've got all the tools that I think can make them into really, really good NBA players. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Mm-hmm. Not Mr. Dante Exum, huh? No.
Nah, the big,
not
little,
right.
not he's not little, but the Aussie point guard. No, not really. I'm not sold on him either.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, as an Aussie, I hope he is an out-and-out superstar, but. Like he's 6'5", 6'6", nearly, I think. Some huge wingspan. He is an awesome point guard, but I'm just not sold on Dante Exum yet.
Perhaps a bit raw, I suppose. Only 18.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm scared of, but you never know.
Yeah, he's played for Australia, so which you know, same.
Oh.
Ouch. Ooh. Well, look, hopefully he's got good pedigree, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'd be with you on the Parker angle. I mean, that's probably about where, that's about where I would go. Parker or Wiggins, kind of, I'd want to watch them extensively. Parker's obviously bigger, stronger. They're the same height, but yeah, Parker's larger. So, well, there you go. There you go. The only thing I don't like, it seems like a lot of Duke guys don't go on to be great, except Kyrie Irving. It seems like he'll kind of, but I mean, I don't know. Obviously, that could be a discussion that could go on forever. But
yep.
Obviously, injuries and all that. But I don't know. Yes, yes. That's another ism right there. Joey-ism. Hank McCoy saying, Joey! When is Rick Edelman's contract with the T-Wolves up? That was awesome. He did ink a 5-year deal, and this is year number 3, but I mean, is it really year number 3? It feels like year number 8. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's only year number 3. It's probably because all the damn injuries and stuff. Um, but it was a 5-year deal, and all indications are if he doesn't get fired, he's going to quit. I think because just obviously his wife is not feeling well. He did miss the Houston game for personal reasons. They didn't state why, but it's probably 99% chance it is his wife. He missed extended time last year for that. Um, that would be a reason why he would resign, I would think. Or obviously the fact that the team is not getting anywhere, it's driving him nuts, all that stuff. But at the same time, if Flip Saunders were to announce that Rick Adelman's not returning as coach today, tomorrow, it wouldn't surprise me either. Just because, I mean, you don't make trade downs and get guys that could be helpful, and your coach just never plays them and doesn't develop them. And obviously, Derek Williams too, another conversation there. But I don't know.
Yep. No, that's exactly right, mate.
I'm still waiting for that alert. I look every time.
Yeah, I'm waiting for mine too.
It's coming.
One day.
So Kalen Woods saying Steve Nash can give it up now if he is not even able to make it through games. Yeah, that's another. Yep, I think this is the second in a row since his return. Surely it's time to retire. He's showing the Bleacher Report alert saying, so they do it too. I didn't even realize that. That Lakers announced Steve Nash will not return for second half versus Jazz due to nerve root irritation.
And I think we both replied to that post, and pretty much it's our thoughts. We probably covered it early in the show, so yeah, we just both think we should shut it down.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where I'm leaning. And Kalen was also saying, from what I've read, not being able to watch, what he started, why he, I mean, he started. Why is he still starting? Why is he still starting when the minute he returns? I know we have injury issues, but fucking hell, we have 4 point guards, at least one who stays healthy. Yeah.
Oh, look, totally understand where you're coming from, Kalen. And look, I think every Laker to a man was thinking, why is he starting?
No.
You know, if he comes back for a month and comes off the bench for a month and shows he can get through games, yeah, then start him. I mean, it's Steve Nash for crying out loud. But yeah, no, I totally agree. Why is he starting?
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. And look at Kendall Marshall, young Zing and Zin and Zigger. So get him out
Yep.
there,
Yep.
Get him, let him play. Get his Steve Nash type numbers with the assists at least.
Yeah, well, he's doing a good job so far.
So far, yep. Very impressed, averaging about 9.5 assists a game for the Lake Show.
Leading the league in 3-point percentage as well.
He is. I can't even believe it.
It's crazy.
And we all know how Steve Blake at times can go off as well out of from downtown.
Yep. He's streaky, the old
Yeah.
monster.
He's got a little Anthony Peeler in him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's another retro guy. Ugh.
Played for the Wolves also.
And the Lakers.
And
Another Showtime T-Wolf. Yep.
He was our first lottery pick since Magic Johnson, I think.
Isn't that crazy? Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. It's just weird. I mean, the Lakers' history is just something else.
It's because we win championships, Joey. Championships.
Wait, what? Wait, what are those again?
You wouldn't know what they are.
At least not. I mean, in Major League Baseball, that's about it. The
Your
Dodgers.
trophy cabinet's empty, buddy.
Huh?
Your trophy cabinet's empty, mate.
Yeah, it's very empty. Oh man, it is so empty.
Sorry, mate.
Killing me over here. You're starting to sound like a Packer fan over here. Over years. So now we'll switch very briefly over to Twitter here and then wrap up the show. Nick Carl gave us a follow. He said, "We'll do, fellas." And I was asking, to add us, check us out, and such. So we do appreciate that. Tom Gorgon was saying, "Hello, thoughts on Shabazz?" And I was saying how he played really well. This is the Portland game, of course. I was saying he should be playing, and he adds a scoring punch off the bench. It's just as simple as that. He should be playing. That's basically what it is. Obviously, not starter minutes, but, and I know I'm rehashing the same thing over and over again, but I'm sure a lot of the fans out there want to keep going in there. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're right. It is that simple. Play the man.
It really is, isn't it? I have a feeling he's going to be a Laker at some point. I just have that feeling. UCLA and all that.
You never know. You never know.
Shabazz with 38. Okay, sorry.
You never know. Hopefully.
Oh, wouldn't surprise me. All right. So with that, I mean, it's just an ongoing saga. We'd like to bring better news. There's always some good news here and there. Obviously, Kendall Marshall and all that, and Kevin Love, obviously All-Star starter. Best of luck. Hoping for the best there. All-Star game. I'm not fearing injuries or anything in a game like that. It's very defense free, and just a little just be safe. I don't think Kevin Love's going to try to do any Dominique Wilkins impressions out there, so he'll probably be okay. People were scared for his health going out there. It's like, not in the All-Star game. They're in a padded room there.
It's just a light. It's a leisurely stroll up and down the court. That one.
Literally, yep. There's no real effort in a game like that. They're just kind of having fun. Just having fun putting on a show, just like we try to do here. This is the All-Star podcast right here. This is the All-Star game, you know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm not watching not even watching a scary of it.
Yeah, the only reason I'll watch is maybe to see how Love's doing, but other than that, I don't know. I'm just longing for the days of Dominique and Michael and Larry telling everyone who's taking second.
Those days are long gone, brother.
Oh my, they sure are. They sure are. 25 years or so. Oh boy, I miss it. So with that, as long as I'm just going to have to keep missing it because it ain't coming back, as you say. I guess that's should about put the wraps on this one. Do you have any final thoughts heading out here?
No, just thank everyone for listening, downloads, tell a friend.
Yes.
And where can they find us, Mr. Wajin?
They can definitely find us on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. And, of course, the Twitters, we're all in the jingles over there. The Vinrock44 at Showtime T-Wolves. Showtime T-Wolves. Hopefully we're not confusing it too much, but Twitter only gives us so much space.
Yep.
Facebook.com, Showtime and T-Wolves. See? It kills us, doesn't it? I should have just killed the and. Just is what it is. So, again, thank you, everybody, for listening. Do give us a rating on iTunes if you could. Would appreciate it. We'll give you a shout-out, and there you go. But don't forget to give us a call as well. We mentioned that one in the jingle, 209-736-7877. 209-736-7877. We will return next week. We probably won't talk too much about any All-Star stuff. And then... And we will banter around. We will enjoy some 8-bit, some Carlton, and go from there. For the wraps on this one. Take care, everybody. Go Timberwolves.
Go Lakers.